This is just one of those things where it's just like, can we just skip to the end where we're like, okay, we're gonna take the request? You know, do we have to go with the preamble and the, guys, I don't know if we should do this. And then Anya's is gonna be like, no, I think this is a great idea. And, I'll go talk to my school and I'll go on the school trip and like I won't be forced to leave you guys. And then we're gonna be like, well, okay, in that case, I guess we'll go. And, then we'll set up the trip and everything like that. We'll probably have another day of I keep on calling them S4 PGs. There are 4 SPGs, and I don't know. Anyways. Take it you ain't heard a thing about all this from your own company. I'm naturally aware of the plan to make the Zypha standard available to the masses, but not about problems in Basel. If A really is involved, I would have expected to have already been informed. Gotcha. Does sound like something that'd take us 3 days either way. But if we're looking into things at Vern and the Institute, we're gonna need to work mostly weekdays. That would mean Anya's. Actually, the timing here is rather perfect. You see? Wow, high school here sounds really fun. Trust a big school in the capital to bust out the fancy trips. Armis is all about its students thinking for themselves, so something like this makes sense. Bet you'll have reports to write for days about it too. Yes, actually, some of my friends who came here the other day are considering Basel too. I was interested in going myself, but I wasn't sure whether or not that was the best decision. But you would be leaving next Thursday for 3 days, so the timing matches up splendidly. What? When is today? One boy Slice said you need to leave in the next couple of days. Next Thursday sounds like a week. It's almost as if Arusha wants this to happen. No, I think that's the writing. Oh, not that I think my personal circumstances should push us into taking this on, of course. Of course. But that goes both ways. You're a student first, so don't go forcing your decision to line up with our job. Even if we do end up in the same general place, your studies might mean we won't even see each other. Well, I suppose that's true. But that still kind of hurts. Huh? That's Rich coming from the guy who'd always decide where to go based on who will shove dessert down his throat. Get it? That's Rich. Desserts can be rich. Get it? Speaking of which, what are we going to find in Basel on that front? Excellent question. A baked tart called the Engadin is probably the most famous. Made of walnuts and honey nougat and has a simple but mellow taste that's just... Host Van's right. I need to make up my own mind about what to do. Otherwise, my great-grandfather would never, or dad for that matter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you concern. Not at all. I don't think anyone could blame you for feeling conflicted here. But should we end up going to the same place, rest assured that I will do all I can to support you. She is way too perceptive. Thank you, but why? Here we go. Oh. Guess I know where I'm going. No way. I forgot about the glowy part. It always catches me by surprise when it happens, because it's one of those scenarios where it's like, this happens literally every time. Why didn't I just call it out from the start? But when it does happen, it's just like, of course that happens. It couldn't be more of a, what do they call it? A MacGuffin type scenario. I'll speak to my friends at school tomorrow. But if you could work under the assumption we'll all be going and prepare accordingly. Got it, but don't forget that I'm a student first and foremost, right? I won't. I'll make this work so I can handle my obligations properly both here and at school. Well, good night. Yeah, night. I don't know how you're gonna do that. I guess we'll be leaving next Thursday, same day as Aramis. But Renee and the prince just dumped this on us, so they can wait until tomorrow for an answer. So, like, today has to be Wednesday, or it would basically have to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because you're not going to say Thursday, like on Saturday or Sunday. You're not going to be like next Thursday. Maybe Sunday, but not Saturday. And you certainly wouldn't say next Thursday on Thursday or Friday of the same week. So, still, she's sure looking brighter when I met her. How much she's got weighing on her, I'm sure she's still got a lot of work though. But I'll look out for her as best I can, being her boss and all. It's not your job, dog. Man, that sure was a day. Guess I'll go for a walk to wind down before bed.
And now we bring you the weather. How's it looking for us?
Alright, I'm gonna go to Riverside.
Taking off now.
I wanna go here. I've never been in here.
Hey there. What'll it be?
I'm Fizzy Blues.
See ya.
Blue Score Concert Hall. Interesting. Oh, I have some free times. Go with Yume again. Unknown. There's a street musician that's quickly become the talk of the town over at the harbor. Rumor has it they'll be playing over at the station tonight. Alright, well, I mean, it's definitely not going to be Fairy. So, Yume, street performer, and I guess secret meeting. I might just skip the secret meeting. I don't really care about Sherry, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's do the Yume one and hope this works out. I'm going to read it. Don't disappoint me like you disappointed me on the last one. I hope you're ready, Van. I'm not going to go easy on you. Someone's eager to learn. I'm impressed you want to try it. It's pretty tricky for a kid your age. That's okay, I've watched Grandpa play before. It always looks fun. Figured he might have had something to do with it. Seen him playing with his buddies before. Why not ask him to teach you instead of me? I'm sure he'd be really happy to do so. Don't worry about it. I want to play with you, Van. Alright, if that's what you want, we can go around. With that, Van and Yume started playing. Just the act of teaching Yume how to move the pieces was a struggle in of itself, let alone all the other rules and complexities in chess. She'd flick her pieces at his to knock them down one moment, and the next she'd be trying to use already captured pieces as her own. But Van's patience never wavered. He gently and slowly continued teaching Yume the rules behind chess in an easy-to-digest way. Oh, is that how you're gonna play? Yep, my house, my rules. My mistake, Your Highness? Well, as long as she's having fun. Little by little, Yume finally began to grasp the rules. Her tendency to make a move guided just by intuition made her very unpredictable. Your turn, Yumes. Who's next? Haven't been playing for long, but her instincts are real sharp already. No hesitation when making a play either. Well, I guess she's still a kid. She's good at catching me off guard. I know, how about this? Take that. Your turn, Van. Oh, that's a really good play there, kiddo. Keep this up and you might end up going pro when you're older. Maybe. I'm just glad you're having fun. Huh? You're not having fun too? I am. I'm having lots of fun. And it's because you are, Van. You've been so happy lately. You're always smiling now that Anya's and Fairy and Aaron and Rosette are here. What? Was I not happy before that? You ain't wrong, kid. Not a lot to be happy about. Back when I just started, just a bunch of shady jobs. I was just seeing the worst in people. I thought I knew what I was getting into, but spend too long, surrounded by nothing but darkness, and you eventually go blind. I don't think I can thank you enough, kiddo. That bright smile of yours was like a lifeline to me, even when everything else in my life was grim. Only you knew how special you are. No wonder your granddad's so crazy about you. Hey, are you listening to me? It's your turn, Van. Come on. Sorry, Yums. Okay. My next move is... Hey, you punk. Don't you think it's about time I had my granddaughter back? It's getting late. Crap, I lost track of time. Sorry, kiddo. We'll have to finish our match another day. Oh, but I want to keep playing. But okay, I had fun. Look, Grandpa, look. I learned how to play chess. Now we can play together. Yume. Ah, that's why she wanted me to teach her. On second thought, I may have been too strict. You can keep playing with our good-for-nothing neighbor. Just make sure you don't go to bed too late. Really? Yep. You earned it for making your old grandpa so proud. Just promise to not keep your mom waiting or she might get mad. Yay, I promise. Now, you are such a sucker for Yums. Can't imagine there's much you wouldn't do for her. No one asked you. Let's split into teams. Me and Grandpa against you, Van. 2-on-1? Well, that ain't fair, but I'm in. If I get to play your granddad, then that means I don't have to hold back, and... I don't think so. Only one of us gets to look good in front of Yume, and I'm certain you understand who it'll be. The three of them kept playing deep into the night until an exasperated Paulette finally came to check on them.
More! Teach me more! I can't wait to play!
Hey. Hey. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Everyone else is ditching work. Yeah, I don't see all the other party members just barging into the place saying, you know what? You went off to go do something. So we just had to make sure. And you know what? We found a lane in the streets. And, we had to make sure that you were okay. All right, I'm gonna let this one go for a little bit just to get an idea of where it's going. And if it's interesting, then I'll let it keep going. And if it's not, then, well, QQ. And the Mop Mart crew? Oh, well, yeah, that too. We'll put this one on auto and we'll see where this one goes. Why are you in the bushes? Alright, I don't care about your nightlife.
One of these days, you'll have to come to Elsheim. My sister and I would gladly welcome you.
Alrighty. Hopefully this one is interesting. And made his way over to the station to see a street musician performance. Oh. This is Nina.
Thank you, everyone. I love you. I hope we meet again.
I definitely don't care about Nina. Nina Judith? I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Alright, one of them is masquerading as a street performer, and the other one is masquerading as a femme fatale thief in an extremely revealing outfit, and has a really bad attitude, but is way more interesting to talk to. Nina's just too nice. Because she's so nice, she's just not that interesting to talk to. But Judith, she has the Grim Cat alter ego. That makes her more interesting. Also, she has a chance of joining my party, whereas Nina has no chance of joining the party. Would I talk to Judith in real life? I'd probably talk to Judith and get an idea of her personality, and then probably never talk to her ever again. Axelrod, screw them nice people. Too vanilla to be suckafoos. Yeah, I mean, obviously, in real life, you know, you would like to surround yourselves with nice people and people that have good attitudes and outlooks on life. And Nina is certainly one of those people. So far, anyways. Whereas Judith is one of those, like, smug,
Now, who should I be next? See if you can spot me next time.
smug, like, disrespectful actresses. I'm so disappointed this was Nina. I thought it was going to be someone I had not met yet, and that really you know, like, start a connection with just some person who we've never met before, and then, like, it grows into something else. And, you know, maybe they become important later on. You know, that's what I was hoping for. But, alas.
Let's do this.
Why are all these people so nice? Yeah, get a little attitude. Gotta talk to Jin. That Victor's a whiny old coot. Ain't even broke 60 and he's belly aching about his back. The little ninny. And youngsters these days are all so lazy. It's all cars and trains and public transportation for them. Back in my day, we walked and we liked it. It was good exercise and you didn't need no road or subway line to get where you wanted. Oh sure, let me just walk from Vantail from here. Not impractical at all when a car can get me there in minutes. You kids in your cars, bunch of softy drivel turning your legs to mush. You keep driving everywhere and the kids will be able to outrun you. Yeah, you tell them, Jin.
This feels relaxing.
What you doing, Yume? Oh no, an evil wolf. Little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin, said the little piggy. And I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your straw house down, grr. Mommy's a really scary wolf. Watch out, Yume, I'm gonna eat you. No, don't eat me. Just go back to reading the story, please. Man, she does it all. Diva? More like divine. She can read me a bedtime story anytime. Bars. Checking to see if he's actually holding the cup. What the heck? Okay, let's save.
We've got plenty more hits lined up to spend your night in.
I got. Oh. That's right, I gotta listen to that in the daytime. Let's do this real quick. Five bonds maxed. I call it a night. Come to think of it, I know Anya's is gonna go by train. I should probably get what the prince sent me fitted sooner rather than later. First time doing any major mods to my baby in a while. Might as well have some fun with it. I hope this doesn't make his truck look absolutely terrible. If he just puts like a roof over the tail end side of it or whatever, it's gonna look so not good. That was another close one, but it looks like I've made it in time for curfew. Just. I'll have to try and get back to my room without running into the dorm mother. I think Van is proving a bad influence on me. I need to keep living my own life and making my own decisions, not letting others make them for me. If I do...
I trust you've made up your mind.
Yes. I imagine Van will be contacting you with our answer soon.
Excellent. Where you'll be going for your educational visitation is also decided then?
Nothing gets past you, does it? Just how much does Dad know? Not just in general, but about the Blacklight District too.
Reports are regularly given to him on pertinent developments, and I have every reason to believe he reads them. As for the place you reference, I will refrain from commenting there.
Everything is being done with Dad's approval, isn't it? That place is meant to serve as somewhere the overly ripened juices from the fruit of our unprecedented prosperity can pool and gel. A place where the malice and desires of a certain subset of the population can be isolated and effectively controlled.
You truly are sharp. And from more than the influence of your new job. There is no resisting blood, I see. Perhaps you might even consider following the path of the McDowell family's young scion.
Excuse me. Good night.
Yes. My goodness. Do you realize how close you are to breaking curfew? I'm so sorry for being late.
Perhaps I pushed her a little far. It's a bad habit I have when it comes to Elaine, too. Even if I'd still like to believe I'm better than he is. I won't be able to count on the guild this time. I'll need another play.
He really is a crafty one. But I suppose this is just a message from Adios, telling me to see what's going on for myself. I'll also have to take charge of the younger students. This is going to be busier than a simple tea party.
So is Anya's implying that Kincaid is related to her? Because that's crazy. Perhaps we arrived a little early. Odette and Albert are coming from the 10th district, so they should be here before long. Really sorry I asked so much of you. Don't worry though, even though I'll be away from the group, I promise I won't let it affect my work. Never had any doubt. In fact, I've already told the...
Agnes!
Oh.
Well, you're early. All ready to head out?
Almost. The others should be. Our vehicle has been ruined. Literally just put a roof over it. Well, you finished working on the car. Yeah, mechanic over in Riverside had to lend a hand, but we got her ready in time. If I squint hard enough, I can almost fool myself into thinking it's a limo. The maximum occupancy has been improved from 5 to 8 passengers, and it sports its own onboard computer. We could even fit Anya's and her friends now. I suppose you could. You've been up to some interesting business now, haven't you? Not half as interesting as any trip you're in charge of. On the other hand, it's real assuring to know you'll be around in Basel. You know, just in case. I could say the same of you. Why do you seem to know each other so well? We have a little history together, you see. Oh my. Ding ding, another challenger enters the ring. We're talking about 5 years ago here. Stop being such a darn tease. Oh dear, how cold of you. I'm not going to get a real answer to this, am I? Regardless, what are you all doing here? All right. Hey, Rosette. This is for you, Miss Claudel. There are sandwiches for breakfast as well as some coffee. Victor and Paulette asked us to give it to you. They made more than enough for your friends to have some too. How thoughtful of them. I concur, it smells wonderful too. Knowing the chef, it's sure to be great. What's going on here? And to get in a heartfelt goodbye before you left. Don't make too much of a show of it, you two. No way, she really does have a boyfriend at her job. No, she does not. Please, everyone, this is a misunderstanding. We'll go ahead and get out of your hair now.
We'll see you again in Basel, Agnes. Race you there.
Right! Travel safely, everyone.
Telling you Anya's is the final boss? She's definitely suspicious.
The long-distance passenger train to Basel, Provence de Auge, will soon be departing.
She late if she didn't break curfew? That's a great question.
Passengers en route to Altair or Crossbell will be transferring at Marthe.
I just can't wait. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the Republic's high-tech engineering city? That's right, according to the travel guide, it even has something called an aerotram. So, if I may ask, Anyas, what exactly were you and that man talking about? Come on, the train is departing, so let's get a move on.
She noticed me. No doubt about it.
I have no idea who this is. Yeah, I have no idea who this is.
Former enforcer of the Society and the adopted daughter of the Liberalian Royal Army's commander. Her presence in the Republic clearly isn't a coincidence. Neither the division chief nor Kincaid have any idea what the current administration is up to. Regardless, I will fulfill my duty and see that his ideals are not in vain.
Poisoning us with coffee? How delightful. Coffee is a poison. This is true. Park Ride Daycare Services. The next party member is actually going to be pretty young, so daycare services is probably not too far off, actually. Dang, this back seat is the life. 8 might be a tight fit, but I could spend a night here for sure. I swear to Adios, if you get dirt on that seat, take off your shoes or something. It's a shame Anyas couldn't come with us. It's not the same without her. Don't worry, I'm sure she'll have a chance to try out the upgraded back seat soon enough. Even though there is less space for cargo, the computer still fits snugly. Yeah, it kinda scares me how that Crown Prince knew how to pick such a perfect gift. Word to the wise, don't ever get in debt to people like that. He says while having the time of his life installing that very same gift. It is weird though, it feels like he's using both us and the guild depending on what he wants to do. Unrelated, but what's Basel like? I've never been, and not even for an operation. I couldn't say I'm the biggest expert myself, but I have been there a few times for jobs. Located down in the southwest Calvard on the walls of Auge Canyon, it's a haven of learning and industry. The Institute of Science and the Artisanal District have been around since the Middle Ages. Indeed, along those two areas is Newtown, which houses Vern at its center. It sprung up when one of Professor Epstein's 3 disciples brought in advanced technology. Oh, I know. That was Professor Hamilton from the Central East, wasn't it? Class A heads off on their field study. Yep. What kind of bread is that? At the time, the anti-immigrant sentiment wasn't quite as strong. Professor Hamilton's proposal was quickly accepted by the Institute of Science and Artisanal District. And so 45 years ago, the Institute of Science and the Artisans Guild came together to establish the Vern Company. They then went on to further orbital technology in new innovative ways. Right, like how Calvard and the Vern Company were the first to develop orbital cars. That eventually led to the 4 big car manufacturers being established as affiliated companies. Wait, it's like we're telling somebody what all the history is, but there's nobody here to tell the history to. And so they're just like, let's talk about history. As if none of us know what the history is. And, obviously they're talking to us, the player, but It's a little annoying for it to come across this way. And while Calvard pioneered orbital cars, the Empire was the first one to develop orbital trains, and Liberl the first to develop orbital airships. It's amazing the kinds of things a little research uncovers about the history of something so commonplace. All good to know, too. I'll have to keep it all in mind for my report. Oh, maybe they're talking to them. And we're not even done, because all that links to the development of films. Isn't this all a bit too simple for a topic? Don't be like that. Oh, to be a student again, when I was their age. And I'm only 21. I'm not an old pile of bones yet. Still don't know who that is. The war 2 years ago and the lead up to it was a big turning point in tech across the continent, too. Major powers were locked in a heated arms race with each other. The Empire even ended up creating these giant robots. Those Panzer Soldats things, yeah? I've seen them in person before, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. War accelerated the birth of new technology, and that new technology in turn spurs on yet more wars. Liberl's airships are an excellent example of that, since they were first developed in response to a war between it and the Empire. Anyway, it was pretty clear tech-wise that the Empire was ahead of the Republic during the war. Calvard's back on top now, though. Yeah, the reparations and desire to not be one-upped by the Empire, again, more than fueled that fire. That's what inspired our Zyphas and the installation of the orbital network all across the country. Word is, our military weaponry's got a massive overhaul in store soon, too. And the one aggressively advancing all that is... our President, Roy Gramhart. It's funny hearing you say that out loud, but yeah, he is pretty hot for his age, huh? He's become a big name even in the Empire, for a variety of reasons, I'm sure. Well, that just goes to show how big a deal he is on an international scale. Yeah, for how difficult things were at the end of the war, he's done a pretty stellar job of steering our ship. It's true that the current government is handling things extremely well, but that's more because... either way, large influxes of Mira and major changes on the world stage often manifest as distortions in society. I don't know whether whether that fact's got anything to do with what we're going to investigate.
But try to sniff around for signs of trouble while we're there, right?
Miss Perfect's things shown when we were talking about the place. We already know there's trouble going in.
We will be on the lookout for anything we can glean regarding the many major ongoing projects in the city, as well as ready to sniff out any significant groups and organizations that may be at work.
Right, together with Agnes, too.
Didn't even have to say anything, huh? Yeah, you're right on. Thank you for that history lesson. Watched a video a while ago where someone goes through examples of poor and good writing, explaining the world, or some backstory was one of the topics he covered. It was an interesting watch. That does sound like an interesting watch. Oh, one of the cardinal sins of storytelling. It's, well, I mean, let's keep it 100 here. This game has already done a variety of things to its storytelling that, like, the fact that we're here and getting history lessons and things like that on our car trips is the least egregious of them all. Also, I just want to point out here, because this is kind of crazy. The steering wheel is like super low. That or the seat is just super high. Like when I'm driving, like usually I have to have my arms like up a little bit, you know, but I don't know. Maybe it's a Calvart thing. I don't think anyone drives as good as you, Rosette. You know just how to make those little subtle moves to work with the flow of traffic. Yeah, I've never seen anyone drive so straight. Why, thank you very much. Of course, you've got an international license. What did I expect? I know I'm a perfect 5 on the driving scale, but I don't mind leaving the work to a solid 3 like you. Better than the 2 over there, or over here. Yeah, she's pretty darn wait. Am I the 2? That's right, Chief. Better get your act together. Don't you worry, though. You ever really want to make her scream, I'm here. You rat bastard. Don't think you can satisfy my girl with how rough you handle. Mr. Way, Mr. Arkwright, a child is present. I wonder what Anya's is up to. Steering wheels must be quite low. Guess so. Great-grandfather left that behind, yes? Must be very precious to you if you even brought it for your visitation. It is, yes. No exaggeration to say that I am who I am because of this. Though recently it's given me an awful lot to think about. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't seem to me like you have any regrets about it, at least. You're right, I don't. Someone told me that I make the calls on what I want to do with my life. Maybe I haven't made all the right ones, but even still, my world has truly broadened, and I've gotten to know so many wonderful people. Come to know the nation of my birth from angles I never thought possible. Thanks to that, I'm now beginning to see how I should face the man moving this country forward. Not even trying to hide it, are you? Well, wasn't it supposed to be a secret to everyone but these two? True, it was. But I don't know, I get the feeling it's fine if you know too. Ever since meeting you in April, you've been so kind to me. You're the one who connected me to Van, so... Oh, someone mentioned that. And I guess now we get the confirmation there. Oh, I see now. You pushed me to use the Orbital Net specifically so I'd find his office, didn't you? Bingo. If it matters, we hadn't seen each other since we first met for a request 5 years ago. He wasn't even aware that I had come to Calvard as a foreign exchange student. It doesn't matter, of course, but then why did you take his arm like that? To see your reaction. I can't believe you.
But really, I like hearing how you got to know him. He must have been so kind to you back then, huh?
How did you know?
Well, because you introduced me to him. You're always looking out for us, Ren. So I know you would never steer any of us in the direction of someone you didn't truly trust.
Well, okay, you got me there. He was very kind, yeah. The one who gave me the push to go from being Kitty to who I am today. He had just started out as a Spriggan, and he wasn't the most sensitive or competent. But he stayed with me, struggled with me, and showed me a path to the people I love most in this world.
Wow, I had no idea. I guess Van's always been Van. So after you met him, you were able to reunite with your loved ones?
That's right, and they're why I'm here now. They're the ones who encouraged me to study abroad, so it's thanks to them that I was able to meet all of you. And through some twist of fate, I accepted the position of Student Council President and am now heading up this little trip. You really never know where fate will take you.
Tell me about it.
Does he still obsess over sweets, by the way? I also remember him going on and on about cars.
Why is she asking about sweets? I think during the main story, she has tempted him with sweets to get him to do things.
Oh boy. If anything, he's an even bigger fiend about them than he was before. At least, according to someone who knows him much better than I do, he is.
Ah, the resident Daybreak. Seems like they have quite the sordid relationship. Just what exactly is going on between them? I know you've got to be curious.
Not at all. Though, I, might have a small idea.
Crap. It'd be weird if we woke up now. Plus, I want to hear more of what Ren has to say. Kinda seems like Agnes needs a little boost from us, so we better do what we can to be there for her.
I still refuse to acknowledge that guy and his operation as legitimate. But since we're going to the same place, I'm happy to keep an eye on her as her friend.
We need to pretend that we're sleeping, but let's talk to each other while we're sleeping.
Our next stop is Basel, Province de Auge, the terminus of this express line. Please ensure you have all your belongings with you when disembarking the train.
Oh.
Finally.
We're getting close.
Nice.
That's the exit right there.
Yeah, see, Manadrad knows about the whole bribing of the sweets thing. I wasn't the only one that saw Ren do that to him. This place looks a lot like Ruhr.
Oh, Van! Just look at this!
What is up with this place? What a wild sight.
On the left is Newtown. Off to the right is the Artisanal District.
Yeah. And up top is the Basel Institute of Science. We're gonna be going around till we hit the parking lot in front of Vern HQ. Time for us to have a chat with the CEO.
CEO, you don't got a CID because we're young, wild, and strapped like G.I. Lee Blau. Amazing, I can't believe this city exists in the middle of a ravine. Vern HQ, I knew it was big, but seeing it up close, it's just redonkulous. Wow, who says that? Oh, is that the aerotram I spy with my little eye? Wow, those are markedly different from the trams in Heimdallar. That's an aerotram? I mean, I guess. Yo, this place is legit mad respect. Looks to be a showroom floor for cars. Sounds right up Van's alley. Alright everyone, let's get checked in at the hotel first. Once we drop off our bags, we can pay the fine. Find people of Vern Company a visit. It's like, pay the fine, what? You guys got a ticket already? That's why they call it a planned city. They develop the whole thing in big chunks. Well, the HQ is bigger than anything I've seen in the capital. Fitting for the Republic's largest private company. And I believe that hotel over there is where the students from Aramis are staying. Oh yeah, we're staying in different places. Of course. Yo, Van. We're in the artisanal district, right? Van? What's he looking at? Motor Pavilion. Right, should have figured he'd get sidetracked by big wheels. And he calls me a kid. Don't knock it till you tried it. Looks like a nice little place. I'll take you there later if you want. For now, though, let's get down to business. Got a good eye. Small wonder that he's connected to the chief. At any rate, I need to focus on my work.
This place is quite nice. Very calm and tranquil.
This way.
I think plain's the word you're looking for. Would it kill them to glitz up the joint a little?
What's wrong with a little plane?
Not everything's got to be like Longport, kid. Anyway, let's have a chat with the receptionist lady.
Alright. We can have a little chat with the receptionist lady. Tomorrow. Because it's about time we wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific time, to continue with some more Trails through Daybreak. That's all that I got. I've been super terrible about doing the viewer request points on stream, but to let you know, I have been doing them. Sometimes I remember it the day before the stream from the previous day, so, you know, I do it then. But, you know, I have been doing them. I am caught up, you know, just throwing that out there. But with that, see ya the next time I see ya. Peace.